Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numithrander, and we're back in Genshin Impact, and we're going to do one of the new events. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to Chromatic Ode of Candies and Roses. Absolutely, we'll be covering that in detail. But first, we only have 4 days left on Reminiscent Regimen Thrill. Recalling the battles and puzzles you've encountered during your travels is always a source of inspiration and excitement. Trying to come up with complex challenges is also an excellent way to prepare for your future adventures. Alright, so... don't know exactly what we're doing here, but I see for a fact that getting a minimum of 500 points, or total thrilling stars in this case, is the way to go. Whether I go all the way to 700 for the bonus goodies, I don't know. We'll see how long this takes, and also whether or not I actually enjoy the gameplay here. Okay. Okay, a whole lot of stuff here. Without being hit, eh? Does blocking it with a shield count as not being hit? Well, I guess only one way to find out, huh? Ah, okay, so the Nemesis Regimen is fighting bosses. Whereas the regular Regimen is just fighting a whole bunch of enemies. And we have matchmaking. Well, let's see what we're in for with this. Okay. Player is rejected again. I wonder, are they gonna let us choose our party, or... Yep, don't actually know what we're in for. It seems like it's going to be throwing us into a random challenge or other. Oh, okay.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Let's see.
But where are those who share the memory?
Okay.
I'm not the friend to come to for words of comfort or encouragement. But when it comes to weighing the costs of your actions, ask away.
Yep, I'll go with Zhongli for now. That way, at least, I can be
Every
useful.
journey has
Water
its
comes
final
in
day.
many flavors to the
Don't
discerning
rush.
palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma,
It is kind of interesting. Kind of interesting hearing all of the characters chatting.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
And hearing a How snickering
But
away in the background.
Want a taste of my hammer? This is order.
Yep, I won't be doing the most damage here, but I will be protecting
I
everybody.
will have order.
Take it easy. Pawn to oblivion.
This is order. Stabilize.
Here comes the catch.
I will have order.
Game's up.
Okay.
Fun's over.
Well, that was simple enough. Okay, so we get 30 for that. Let's see. Ah, okay, I see how it's gonna be. 4
Where
rounds.
do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Okay, so it's gonna be 4 rounds of random challenges.
This is order.
Inazuma shines eternal. Quietly now.
I will have order.
Pawn to oblivion.
Okay. Well, this is going well. Okay, let's see.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
I think in the future I'm gonna switch from Zhongli, just because I imagine I'm giving someone PTSD hearing Zhongli like that.
Solidify.
Okay, oop.
Gather.
Fitting words for this, I dare say.
Take it easy.
Okay. Looks like 30 points is the average for this.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Okay.
Solidify. Order guide you.
Yep, Shockwave will be quite useful, allowing me to get some damage in.
Fun's over.
I will have order.
And Zhongli is very good for it, simply because of how quickly he attacks.
Shine down.
This is order.
Ooh, another one. Kinda hard to read the enemy when I'm being blasted by new bullets.
Game's up. Illusion shattered.
But, like I said, the Shockwave is actually letting me do some good work with Zhongli.
Now you shall perish. Shine down.
Wonder, I don't see a shield around my companion.
Order guide you.
So the other player is actually getting the benefit
Take it easy.
of my shielding in this mode.
Shine down. Things are about to get dicey.
This is order.
Okay. 4 out of 4, so 120 some odd points for that. In which case, this will go rather quickly. Oh, looks like I got a few extra. Okay, so I only need 500, so this won't take long at all. Just another round or two will do it. In which case... Well, I was playing it a little too cautious that first time. Going for Zhongli just to make absolutely sure I didn't get murdered. But I would probably get the same benefit from Nouvellette. Minus the unfortunate fact I wasn't doing too much in the way of damage. Okay then. So in that case... Yeah, I'll switch over to Nouvellette. Or if it does Dendro again, I might stay as Alhaitham instead. Well, I can't guarantee getting a healer on the team, unfortunately. And I'm not actually that good at dodging. It's not something I ever mastered because I got Zhongli very early. And with Alhaitham, I always tend to go with a shielder. Either Zhongli or Kirara. Well. Let's continue. Yep, got over 141 points the first time around. So I'm gonna... wait until I've actually earned my 500 points before I collect everything. My Nouvellette is C1. Unfortunately, he doesn't... Oh, that's a point. I should actually change his weapon, now that I thought about it, yeah. Does the weapon I'm currently using... what should I do? I'll go Clarond instead. Because I realized that the weapon I'm using on Nouvellette right now is it's the Battle Pass one. The Jade, I believe. I forget what his exact name is. Oh, we have Farina.
You'll get paid, yours.
Let my name echo in song!
Hear the echoes of the
Evil conquering! Worthless!
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Worthless!
Well, I'm not gonna do much damage against this one.
Strike a pose!
Time to testify.
Disappear!
But yeah, the problem with that particular weapon
My name echo in
is the simple fact that it does damage,
Into the shadows.
or rather, the effect on it is procced specifically by the character either going onto the field or leaving it. Meaning that it won't be able to use the effect of it here.
Worthless!
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song!
The echoes Shadows of the Valley!
Okay. That went decently. No character deaths during the stage. Very good. Okay. But yes, when we eventually get back to the main game, I'll show exactly the issue that I'm having.
Show me your moves. Time to testify. Letting grave names echo. Conquering. Let the world collide.
My Quran, by contrast, is using the Mist Splitter, which does not have any particular downside.
Ready.
Whoa. I got blown off my feet by something. And then before I knew what was happening, the match was over. Let's go stamina consumption, I guess.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
In my role as champion...
Okay. Ah yes, this again. Oop. And I got knocked through the air. Oh yes, stamina consumption was definitely the right call for this. Okay, so yeah, 30 looks to be about the average score for these. Let's see.
Move it. My name echoes the mountain
Conquering! Worthless!
Okay, there you are.
Shoot on sight.
Oh, and I did it a bit too early, didn't I?
Time to shine.
Ooh, none of us have a shield, so this thing is gonna kill us in a bit. It's a good thing I went for Claron, though. She can heal relatively nicely.
Move it. The mountain's veins.
Yeah.
I'll take over.
Ow. Okay, let's get in there and burst.
Shoot on sight.
Now, Farina could heal us. But that would cost
The
us...
openings of the valley.
That would cost her DPS, which might not be worth it at the
Hunt them down. Letting grave names echo.
Oh, you actually pushed him toward me. Ooh, okay. No more than... Yeah, I... got a bit carried away trying to damage him. Oh well.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
126 for that one. So I did mess up a little bit. Still, not gonna take all that long all the same. And the challenges are nice and simple. I was worried there'd be obstacle courses or something. Having to have 4 people navigate a maze would have been a bit annoying, frankly. Thankfully, that is not the case. Okay. Now that we're back, I can make my point. The sacrificial jade. So, this thing has a nice crit rate on it. But, the second effect, the jade circulation. When not on the field for more than 5 seconds, max HP is increased by 48% and elemental mastery increased by 60. These effects will be cancelled after the wielder has been on the field for 10 seconds. So naturally I use this on Neuvillette to get that juicy 48% HP, and the elemental mastery can be nice too. Bad news about that, however, is that in these multiplayer matches you can't move off-field, meaning that you can't re-up the effect of this. You can't get it to proc again, meaning that this weapon is purely a stat stick in multiplayer, only giving you the crit rate, so far as I understand it. Whereas Ballad of the Boundless Blue doesn't care about being on field or off the field. All you need to do is normal attack 3 times, and then you get the maximum boost from it. And then we have Ashgraven Drinking Horn. When an attack hits an opponent, deal AoE damage equal to 80% of max HP at the target's location. Now, I haven't actually tested this one out. That 15-second delay between uses kind of annoys me. But I'll try it out here. Neuvillette has some pretty high HP values. 39,000 for mine at the moment. So, let's get back in there. And this time I think I will use Neuvillette, because I'll certainly be able to avoid being hit using him. Okay, up to 267. So, a few more rounds to go. We have a Nilou on the team. I was contemplating, if I can get Nahida, I was thinking of making a Nahida Nilou Neuvillette Bloom team. The fourth slot might go to Dendro Traveler. Or Farina, haven't decided which yet. Looks like we have an Arlecchino. And a Sino and a Navia.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
One combo that I've been contemplating. Well, how good will Mawika be for a Neuvillette team? After all, Mawika might provide an opening to allow for Vaporize Neuvillette. But I'm not sure.
Settle down. Let the mighty be humbled. penance is due! Bow your head.
Hydro with this mage is wonderful.
Penance is due! The time is beckoning.
That's the move! Overruled!
Settle down!
Yeah, so that right there, that's my answer. To anyone who says Nouvellette is the ultimate DPS in this game.
I do try to lighten the mood
Because he can be flat out stonewalled.
I'm not the best judge of other people's sense of humor.
Hydro shields and hydro slimes will instantly stonewall him, and there's nothing I can do to stop that.
Let the mighty be humbled! Bow your head.
Overruled! Shower me with praise!
The time is spent. Justice is served. Stay condemned.
Witness mine!
Silence!
On to the next.
This. Bow your head. Let the mighty be humbled. Silence! Their penance is due!
Oh my, you asked for it!
Okay, on to the next.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the
Let's bow your head.
Here comes another.
Justice is served. Be sanctified. The time's beckoning.
Okay, I was worried it might be another Hydro immune enemy. Well, thankfully,
Silence.
it's only, well, Hydro resistant. Jade Plume is slightly more resilient than I might like it to be. But it's certainly far better against, far better against Dendro, has more resistance to Dendro than it does to Hydro. So hardly the worst matchup for Nouvellette. As I said, Nuvolette gets hard countered. Like Hydro Abyss Mages, Hydro Slimes, and the Hydro Tulpa, I think it's called. One of the bosses in Fontaine that is literally a gigantic Hydro Elemental. Against that creature, Nuvolette is literally useless. Because he can't hurt it. His damage is purely Hydro. He is a Hydro Catalyst, after all. So, yeah. By the simple virtue of how Genshin Impact's Elemental's reaction works, Nuvolette cannot be the be-all, end-all answer to everything, because there are enemies that can literally stonewall him. Okay, I'm in. One more match will get me to 500, unless I severely botch it somehow. Though that doesn't seem possible. This has been going relatively smoothly, barring that one hiccup with Clarande, where, fighting the primordial Geovishap, I managed to take a hit. A few hits too many. Someone has Shilonen. Wonderful. The odd one out here is going to be Navia, but oh well. Because Raiden and Shilonen can both be relatively good. Relatively good companion units for Nuvolette. Whereas Navia doesn't actually do anything to help Nuvolette's damage. Or hey, her either. This Navia is another main DPS unit just like Nuvolette. And therefore, well, they conflict with each other because they both want on-field time and lots of it.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising.
Let the mighty be humble. Bow your
Shine
head.
down! Letting brave names echo!
Be sanctified.
Illusion shattered!
So, another point of consideration.
Silence!
Nuvolette is a fantastic unit, but like with all units in this game, he has a specific role. And his role is main DPS. He stays on the front and attacks. Whereas Shilonen can be the main attacker, but her primary role, so far as I use her anyway, is for resistance shredding, to allow other units to do higher damage. Similarly, let's see. Similarly, Raiden, with her burst, can do a lot of damage on field, but her elemental skill is one of the best ways to apply Electro off field in the game.
Bow your head.
Which is precisely what I tend to use her for. As a rule. I go for
Let the mighty be humbled.
Raiden for her off-field application. That's why I have her paired up with Florand in my Chevre's team. Florand
Settle down.
does most of the on-field work, while Raiden does the off-field. So of course I could use special for that. It's merely a matter of preference. Oh, and Hydro Specters. Another enemy type that Nuvalet is completely worthless against.
Justice is blindsided.
Ooh. Apparently I missed it, but I was being hit there. Oh well. So, yes, fundamentally, no unit is the best unit in the game. For the specific reason that all units... Why am I getting hit?
The tides beckon.
All units have their place, and their specific role on a team. For that reason, none of them are de facto the best at anything. Or rather, there can be a unit who is the best at something. What you don't have is a unit who is just the best at
Be
everything.
sanctified.
Nuvalet, I would argue, for instance, might be the best Hydro DPS. But there are units that can challenge him, like Mualani, for instance. Well, like I said, I think Nuvalet is the best at it, for specifically Hydro DPS. But he cannot be a Hydro support. Not like Farina can.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Hey there! There is no
Settle down.
There we go. Managed to avoid getting hit 40 times. But yeah, Farina and Nuvalet make a fantastic team, precisely because they do different things. And similarly, Arlecchino and Toma may both be Pyrosphere users, but Arlecchino is purely an on-fielder, while Toma is almost entirely an off-field support unit, given his shield and his pyro application with his burst. And I found use for Toma recently in my Chevre's team, because I needed a second pyro unit and I wanted to have a shield. And it had to be a pyro one, so it turned out that Toma was perfect for the job. Again, team building is what I'm getting at here. So Nuvalet is fantastic, absolutely. But elemental reaction and elemental stonewalling prevent him from being the best out of all options. Oh, we have two Nuvalets. Will he be playing Nuvalet as well, I wonder? So, for instance, I do in fact want to eventually get Arlecchino, or perhaps Mavuika or Mawika, the Pyro Archon, will solve this problem for me. Because at the moment I don't have any really good Pyro DPSs. So I'm hoping that
I got a new letter
Mawika
from an informant.
will
Looks like-
fill that role. hoping that Mavwika will either be a perfect on-field pyro DPS, or that she'll be an extremely good off-field pyro applier, preferably better than Shanling. Or, silly idea, she might do both. On-field and off-field roles would be fantastic. But we'll have to wait and see what she actually does.
Take it easy.
Okay. There we go. So again, Nuvalet is fantastic for Hydro, but he does not invalidate the need for a Pyro DPS. Because again, simply put,
We should, take a break after all that
you
running
will always
around.
want to have a variety of elements at your disposal, because there will be stuff that can hard counter your main DPS if you're only working
The tide's
with
beckoning.
one element. Okay, gotta avoid being hit 40 times again.
Let the mighty be humbled.
And there's those plastic Hydro shields again. Yeah, this is where having Pyro or Dendro would be so useful.
Silence!
These are about to get dicey.
I can do a massive amount of damage once the shield is down. But before that, virtually nothing.
Bow your head.
Against all the other enemies, however,
Be sanctified.
I can do wonders. But yeah, against this specific enemy, I would prefer to use either Atham or Arlecchino, for instance. So, diversity in terms of elemental prowess, so to speak. Definitely worth quite a bit in this game.
Water comes in many flavors.
That's kind of why I'm hoping that Mavwika actually does a great deal of off-field pyro application. Because that's something we really have. Not in a manner, anyway, that is conducive to Nuvalet. Nuvalet's Hydra application is simply way too high, so that virtually nobody can actually keep up with him. And as a result, Vaporize Nuvalet is doable, definitely. It just isn't meta. However, if they eventually get, if we get a really good off-field pyro applier, that would change things. And that's what I'm hoping Mavwika will be.
It's my lucky day.
Ooh, and we have to win this without anybody dying. Why am I?
Let the mighty be humbled.
I just noticed I wasn't able to do my burst for a few seconds. No, and I wasted that.
Settle down.
Yeah, because initially, Magakenki was invincible. Everything. Kinda sucks that they were actually burning our time with that, but...
Silence!
How annoying!
Let the mighty be
Okay, let's
humbled!
try to kill him before he kills any of us.
Settle down!
Gotcha. Okay. And no one died. Wonderful. Okay.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to be...
Okay, looks like we just need to go to one more round. And that ought to be enough to get us to the full 700. Let's just see how long it takes to get us back in. Yes, my current Navia build would also have a little bit of trouble with this, primarily because she's using the Serpent Spine, and that one requires 5 total stacks of its passive, and every time you get hit, you lose a stack of its passive. So with her, I'd have to be on my dodge game, otherwise I would miss out on quite a bit of damage. Okay, one more round will do it. It's kind of annoying that I'm 15 short, and the next one's gonna get me over 100. Oh well. Oh yes. What a fun ideas to be had speculating about Mavuika and how her kit's going to work.
Whoa!
Someone's playing as Mualani. Ah, good, Arlecchino. We do need, as I said, elemental diversity. Because if all 4 of us went Hydro, and we ran into those Hydro Abyss mages, then we'd be in trouble.
Silence! Be sanctified!
New punching.
Ooh, I actually killed all the enemies.
Today!
Or actually, no, I didn't. They were all dead when I cast my elemental skill.
Shine down!
Okay, we got the bonus. Bouncing this fella.
There is no escape!
Oh, I see. The overload reaction is doing that. Arlecchino, combined with Raiden, is causing overload.
All the world holds.
And with that in mind, we'll definitely get our mileage out of this reaction boost.
Be sanctified!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Illusion shattered!
The moon! Transfixed!
Silence! The time is beckoning.
Oh, and it's Critters are immune to hydro damage again. Sounds like Arlecchino took a nasty hit there. Let's see.
Let's hope you put up a good head. Be sanctified.
Okay, so this one is easy. You simply have to avoid dying. Well, that shouldn't be too hard for New Valette.
Settle down. The tide's making
Everyone being flung about the place is actually a bit annoying. It indirectly keeps them alive. Just because it keeps them out of my blast radius. Kind of an amusing problem to have, I guess.
What could the children...
Okay, on to the last round.
Let's hope you put up a good fight.
Here comes another.
Ah. Gotta avoid being hit. Preferably at all, obviously, but 40%, 40 hits is the maximum. Ah, it's the terror shroom. This should be easy. And it's a real good thing that the hit count only considers my own character getting hits, and not the entire party, because that would get kind of insane. Having to have the entire team avoid being hit like that would be a bit excessive as a requirement, to put it mildly. Okay. Looks like we did well enough. Nothing exceptional, but we got there in the end. And we achieved our goal. We just have to wait until they put us back at the stadium, and then I can collect our winnings. Okay, we're back. Also, I've got a few achievements in there. Oop, 3. You came, we saw, we co-opt. Complete domains together with other players 20 times. I guess that goes to show you how seldom I actually do multiplayer in this game. It's only just now that I get the reward for 20 occasions of multiplayer. Ooh. 3 of them. Moving mountains, defeat a Primo Geobishop in co-op mode. No strings attached, defeat a Magu Kenki in co-op mode. And the not-so-perpetual mechanical array, defeat the perpetual mechanical array in co-op mode. Okay then. And I'm a Flexitarian. Defeat a Jade Blue Terror Shroom in co-op mode. Alright then. I certainly will not be frowning at the fact that I got some extra primos. Alright. That's all of our rewards collected. I'll also grab the Battle Pass bonus too, why not? Domain challenges, and 500 points. Haven't bought the Battle Pass yet. Probably won't until after we hit level 30, which isn't too far off. Well, that was actually more fun than I expected. And now we're going to get hundreds of little pop-ups for a little while. I do wish that all of the Primo rewards were double. Would have been lovely if they all gave 100 instead of just 50. Yeah, but... well, Hoyoverse does have to make a living now, don't they? Oh well. I'll call it here, I think. If you've enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do check out my Elden Ring Let's Play. And as always, have a good day.